G'day, Lucas Meadowcroft here, CEO and co-founder of TRIBU, and we are automating IT support using artificial intelligence. Here are the top common IT issues that occur on a daily basis in every organisation globally. And in fact, 70% of what you see on the screen is made up of IT support requests to their help desk organisation. Here's a live example. Meet Lauren from Future Fit Out. She runs a construction company. She has urgent deadlines to meet, but her computer is running super slow. So she quickly jumps on the phone and calls IT support help desk for assistance. Then jumps in Ben. He's from Crofty IT support. He's received Lauren's urgent request, but the thing is, he's got other urgent tasks from other customers at the exact same time. And the systems he's currently using are really inefficient, clunky, and slow. And this is typical in the industry. And IT engineers, honestly, they just don't like talking to customers. They want to get on and solve the problem. So introducing our platform, TRIBU. We integrate into particular systems and IT systems globally, and Microsoft Teams, as you can see here. It makes it easy for Ben to manage his tickets, automated scheduling, and communicate with the customer. And the behind the scenes is where our automation really kicks in. And this is the next steps for better customer service. What you're seeing here is our system diagnosing that Lauren's computer's been on for over 13 days. That's just because she likes to close the lid on her laptop. It's understood that information and it's fired that across back to Ben so he can keep going with the job. And this is where really the machine learning kicks in. And this is what we see as the future automation in level 1 IT support. And in fact, today, we're already saving over an hour per day per engineer. Greater productivity for the engineers and amazing customer service for the clients. We launched in February this year. We're a B2B go-to-market strategy, and we've had great monthly growth ever since and all the way through the pandemic. We're consumption-based pricing, really similar to AWS and Azure. Our current IT companies are paying on average $100 per month, and we're going to push this up to $3,000 a month, which is the industry standard for IT companies as we build more automation into the platform. The customer usage is a key sticking metric to ensure we don't have churn. As we build more automation into the platform, it actually means that customers use our platform more, which means we make more money. And this is how we're going to achieve our $122 million goal by year 6. Our customer acquisition is quite simple. We integrate into IT company platforms. So Datto, who we're currently integrated into, has 20,000 customers we're currently targeting. And then we move on to target the other IT platforms and integrate into them. And then we move on to the enterprise space. Now, the awesome thing about our founding team is that we've all been in the IT support industry for over 15 years, and we've actually built this platform to solve our own problem in our own IT company. Lucas Meadowcroft, CEO and co-founder of TRIBU, and we are automating IT support using artificial intelligence. I'd love to take your questions.
All right, thanks, Lucas. Investors, Mark, we're back to you. Question for TRIBU.
Yeah, great. Good to meet you, Lucas. One, what size end customer is right for you and why? And then 2, could you talk a little more about the integrations with the underlying ticketing system like ServiceNow?
All right, thanks. Wayma, question for Lucas?
Yes, how will you deploy the capital?
All right, Paige, how about you? Question for Lucas? You still there, Paige? We'll move on to you, Rachel. Question for Lucas.
Yeah, super competitive space. How are you differentiating in your sales pitch and what's really sticking with customers?
All right, thanks. Scott, question for Lucas?
Sure. Talk a little bit about your land and expand strategy and where you start with a customer and how you can add on to that over the coming months and years.
All right, thanks. Let's take some from Syndicate. Ashwin's asking, are you using the MSP channel as your primary go-to-market? And Jean is asking, how unique is your AI engine? It's a lot, but take as many as you can. 2 minutes.
Thanks very much. Mark, I'll start with your question around, I guess, who we're targeting, the size and the integration and what it looks like from a ServiceNow perspective. Our background is completely MSP. This is I guess, IT support companies that usually support small organizations from a couple of staff members through to a couple of hundred staff members. And the MSP themselves are usually 5 staff to 50 staff. So it's the lower end of town. ServiceNow playing the enterprise space. Yes, we've had inquiries from the enterprise, but that's not our go-to-market strategy right now. We're really focusing on the lower end of town. It's what we know. It's what we've been doing for many, many years. And this might relate into Morel's question around where we go to deploy the capital. So 40% goes in sales and marketing, 40% goes on the product. This is once we raise our first seed round, which is what we're doing now. And honestly, most of our customers that are signing up are in Germany and Netherlands right now. So we've got a big marketing strategy that we've already launched there. Our marketing strategy in the US goes live next week, actually. And so obviously, conventions, conferences, that would be our normal go-to-market strategy. That's not happening in COVID. And so we're using traditional marketing methods, digital marketing, and also being everywhere in every MSP forum that we could possibly can be. Which goes into Rachel's question around the community. Community is everything for us. We don't call them customers, we call them partners, because we're actually partnering to help their organization to be more efficient, to lower their cost, to add more value to their engineers, to add more value to their customers. And so the community is everything for us. So the actual community pages that we're in and the conversations we're having with the MSPs themselves, this is the value that we're actually building. And we've actually built the TRIBU tribe, which is all about bringing our customers on board, and that's where we're getting the feedback. That's where we're understanding what they want, and that's how we're building the features and benefits in the platform for them. Around I guess I mentioned this before, Scott, around the conventions and marketing. Yes, the traditional way with the MSPs and typically the nerd conferences that they love going to isn't happening right now. So anyway, I'm out of time, and I'd love to answer more questions. I'll jump in the Q&A. Thanks very much for your time.